Hello everyone, and welcome to my GMB4 update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Savannah Chrisley expecting worst ahead of Julie's resentencing. Savannah Chrisley says that she expects the worst when it comes to the possibility of her mom returning home soon. Julie Chrisley will be resentenced next month, and her daughter has remained optimistic that she'll be home for the holidays. However, now Savannah says that she's reeling in that optimism because a lot of things within this legal battle haven't gone their way. Keep reading to see what the Chrisley Knows Best star had to say about the upcoming court date. Savannah Chrisley is trying to manage her expectations. On Tuesday, Savannah opened up about her mom's upcoming resentencing hearing. It was recently ruled that Julie Chrisley would have to appear in person in Atlanta for her court date. The Chrisley matriarch claimed that traveling to Georgia from where she is serving time in Kentucky would cause her undue stress. An Atlanta judge thought otherwise. Now, Savannah Chrisley is opening up about how she is trying to manage her expectations going into the big court date. She spoke about it on Tuesday's episode of her Unlocked podcast. "That's the only dreams that I've had recently," Savannah shared with listeners. "It's just her coming home and her being at home to the point that I wake up and I'm kind of disoriented. I'm like, wait, what is happening? Because it feels so real. And I'm trying not to get my hopes up because, let's face it, a lot of things within this legal battle have not gone our way." She added, "So I expect the worst, and anything else that is better than that is a win." Chrisley Knows Best star missed her mom on birthday. There is no doubt Savannah Chrisley's life has changed in a huge way since her parents were sent to prison. She took custody of her younger brother Grayson and niece Chloe. On top of that, she is trying to manage her own businesses and assist in her parents' defense. Savannah has also been upfront about her struggles amid her parents' incarceration. Todd and Julie were always very involved in her life, and Savannah has had a hard time not having them there for special occasions. On August 11th, she celebrated her 27th birthday and shared that her mom was always the one to make her birthday special. "It's really hard not having her here," she said. "Holidays suck in general when you have a loved one that is not here with you, whether that person has passed away, or you just don't have the ability to be together on a day-to-day basis, or really communicate that well. So, it's tough." In 2022, Todd and Julie Chrisley were found guilty of tax evasion and bank fraud. The court sentenced them to 19 years combined in prison. Their sentences started in January 2023 and were reduced last September. Julie's reduced sentence has her out in October 2028, and Todd will see freedom in January 2033. The Chrisley Knows Best couple has continued to maintain their innocence and have appealed the court's rulings. In a recent appeal, it was determined that the original trial judge made a mistake with Julie's sentence. Savannah Chrisley has always been known for her unwavering positivity, a bright smile even through the storms that have plagued her famous family. But now, as her mother Julie Chrisley faces resentencing in the family's ongoing legal saga, the usually composed Chrisley Knows Best star has admitted she's bracing herself for the worst. With the courtroom date looming, Savannah's voice trembled during her latest podcast episode of Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, where she opened up about the emotional weight hanging over her family. "I'm trying to stay hopeful," she confessed, "but it's hard not to expect the worst when you've already seen how cruel the system can be." The shadow of uncertainty. Julie Chrisley, beloved matriarch, homemaker, and heart of the Chrisley family, has been serving time for bank fraud and tax evasion alongside her husband, Todd Chrisley. While their convictions rocked fans across America, Savannah has become the de facto spokesperson and caretaker for what remains of their family. Now, months into the saga, the news of Julie's resentencing has reignited old fears. "It feels like we're reliving the nightmare all over again," Savannah said. "Every day I wake up with this pit in my stomach, wondering what new blow is coming next." For Savannah, the resentencing isn't just another legal proceeding, it's a test of faith and resilience. Sources close to the family say she's been sleepless, spending long nights poring over legal documents, writing letters, and praying for leniency. She's holding on to every shred of hope, one insider revealed. But deep down, she's terrified that things could get even worse. holding the family together. Since Todd and Julie's imprisonment, Savannah has shouldered responsibilities far beyond her years. She's become a surrogate parent to her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe, balancing their education, emotional health, and the family's public image, all while keeping her own career afloat. Being 26 and suddenly having to be a mom, a dad, and a public figure all at once, that's overwhelming, she shared tearfully. There are nights when I feel like I can't breathe. But then I remember what Mom would tell me. We don't quit when life gets hard. We fight harder. Friends of the reality star say that while Savannah has shown remarkable strength, the stress is starting to take its toll. She's exhausted. One friend confided. She's trying to stay composed in front of her siblings, but you can tell she's breaking inside. She misses her mom, her best friend, every single day. Faith tested but not broken. Faith has always been the foundation of the Chrisley family, and Savannah continues to lean heavily on it during this uncertain period. On social media, she shared verses about trust and redemption, often reminding followers that God's timing isn't ours, but it's perfect. There are cracks in that armor of optimism. It's easy to talk about faith when things are good, Savannah admitted. But when you watch your parents suffer, when you hear the fear in their voices during phone calls, that's when faith is truly tested. She revealed that Julie has remained a source of strength even from behind bars. Mom tells me every week, Savannah, don't let this break you. Let it build you. She's still being a mom, still comforting me, even when she's the one who needs comfort the most. Those words, Savannah says, echo in her mind as the resentencing date approaches. I just want to bring her home, she said quietly. That's all I've ever wanted. The legal crossroads. Legal analysts following the Chrisley case note that Julie's resentencing could go in multiple directions. While there's potential for a reduced sentence given recent appeals and claims of procedural errors, there's also a risk that the court could uphold the original term, or worse, increase it. That uncertainty has left Savannah and her family walking a tightrope between hope and heartbreak. I've stopped trying to predict what the system will do, Savannah said. All I can do is show up, tell the truth, and pray. She's been working closely with legal counsel to prepare statements and collect letters from family, friends, and community members who have seen the real Julie, the compassionate mother, volunteer, and role model behind the headlines. People forget that my mom isn't a criminal mastermind, Savannah said passionately. She's the woman who made our Halloween costumes, who prayed with us before school, who fed anyone who walked through our door. That's who she is. A daughter's desperation. Behind Savannah's composed public image is a young woman grappling with trauma few could imagine. Her social media posts, while polished, often carry undertones of sorrow, cryptic captions about resilience, loss, and endurance. In one recent post, she shared a photo of a sunset with the words, "Even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise." Fans flooded the comments with support, but those close to her say the message was a reflection of her fear that the night isn't ending anytime soon. She's terrified that her mother won't come home for years, one insider revealed. She's trying to prepare herself emotionally, but there's no real way to prepare for that kind of pain. Family first, always. Despite the weight of the situation, Savannah continues to advocate for her family publicly. She's appeared on talk shows, filed petitions, and used her platform to discuss issues of prison reform and the emotional toll of incarceration on families. She's not doing it for attention, said a close friend. She's doing it because she believes in justice, and because she refuses to let her mom be forgotten. Through tears, Savannah told listeners on her podcast that she's ready to face whatever comes, but she's not giving up. I'm expecting the worst, she admitted, but I'm praying for the best. No matter what happens, I'll keep fighting until my parents are home. That's a promise. Hope amid heartbreak. As the resentencing date nears, the Chrisley household remains tense but united. Savannah has made plans to attend the hearing, flanked by siblings and close family friends. We'll be there for her, for Mom, she said. No matter what the outcome is, she'll know she's not alone. For Savannah, this ordeal has reshaped her understanding of love, loyalty, and perseverance. When life rips everything away from you, she reflected, you find out who you really are. And I've learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought possible. Still, beneath the brave face and fighting words lies a daughter's simple wish, to hug her mother again without glass between them. As she prepares for Julie's resentencing, Savannah Chrisley continues to walk that painful line between faith and fear. A young woman forced to grow up too fast, clinging to hope in a world that has given her every reason to let go. I don't know what the judge will say, she said in closing. But I do know this. No sentence can take away our love. No prison wall can silence the truth. And one day my mom will come home. Until then, I'll keep believing.